Welcome to the Money Watch Show. It's Thursday, June 22nd, and we are here trying to help you make better financial decisions. We is me, Jill Schlesinger, CBS News business analyst and certified financial planner, and he is Mark Talercio, the executive producer of all things Jill on Money, Money Watch, and everything else in my life. And also, he is a certified financial planner. So, hey, Mark, what's going on, dude?
Buongiorno.
How are you feeling today? It's a little moist. I know you don't like this weather. Do you have the AC pumping?
I don't. It's just because it's in the 70s, but it's very, very humid. But I got the windows open and there's actually a nice breeze today. So no, I don't have the AC units on. I was telling Amanda, June 1 is usually when they go on around here. And this year we haven't touched them yet.
I am an air conditioning kind of person, because as soon as that orange sky thing hit last week, like days before, I was like, it feels kind of yucky out. And so I flipped on the AC and hasn't really gone off since. So bad for the environment. I'll own it. Really much better for me personally.
When you were growing up, did you have AC?
Yeah, of course.
See, we never had AC. I don't think we ever had an air conditioner in our house. I would say I was well into my teens before we ever had an AC.
I think that there is obviously climate change, and those issues are, much more prevalent, and everything we've gotten hotter and also colder. But in my family, we had little, units, but there was always a constant fight between my mother and my father, my mother being the air conditioning person. My father's like, let's put on the attic fan. And it wasn't really about money. It's just that he didn't like being cold. But my mother and my sister and I always won out. And she was, Albie, Jill has asthma. Like, my mother and I both have asthma, so it is bad to have open windows with heaviness in the air. But all that being said, we probably could have been just fine. I love air conditioning. It's one of those things when people say to me we live near we're in the mountains or we're near the water, we don't need air conditioning. It's a lie. Everyone needs air conditioning now because it's gotten hotter and the air is nasty. So that's what I can say. All right. So right now, let's talk to a listener. This is Robert, who's on the line from the Bay Area. Hi, Robert. How are you?
Hi, Jill. I'm great. How are you?
Great. What's going on?
So I have a question. It's kind of about retirement. Not so much am I saving enough for retirement. I feel pretty confident that my wife and I are doing the right steps to get to retirement. My question is, are there other options with what I'm doing or not doing yet that, let's say I want to stop working or work less at age 55, for example, that maybe I need to start thinking about?
Okay. For an early or a shift, or just to give yourself more opportunity to do just something else maybe, or nothing, right?
Yeah, the flexibility piece. I think we're busting our rears a lot right now and intend to do so for quite a long time. And so I just want some flexibility potentially if I want to slow down.
So first of all, Robert, how old are you?
I am 37.
And how old is your wife?
37.
Okay. You're both working full time?
Yes.
How much do you guys earn?
So we both work full time for a W-2 employer. And then we also work on the side through contracts and 1099 types of things. And so this number is a little...
Do it separately. Wait a sec. Before you do that, just do your full-time, and then we'll do the side hustles on the other side of that. So what do you guys earn together?
Sure. So per month before taxes, about $25,500.
I mean, that's probably working class in the Bay Area still, right? I'm just kidding you. That's so mean. Come on. That's huge. That's amazing. Okay. That is after you make retirement contributions?
No, that's before.
Okay. So that's all gross.
That's with nothing taken out. That's just
okay. What are you doing for retirement out of that income?
So out of that income, I am maxing out my 401k and she is maxing out her 403b.
And you're both using traditional, not Roth, right?
So right now, each has a Roth option. And right now it's about 2/3 pre-tax and 1/3 Roth. But that's because we switched to a bigger contribution to the Roth option more recently.
Okay, got it. Now, how much have you accumulated? Let's first do the pre-tax.
Pre-tax in my 401k, I have about $100,000.
$100,000. Okay. Do you have an old retirement account that's like an IRA rollover?
No, we do have an old random Roth IRA with about $10,000 in it.
Okay. And how much is in your Roth 401k?
About 57,000.
All right. So 67 in Roth assets, basically. And what about your wife?
So she has about 50,000 in the pre-tax 403b and about 29,000 in the Roth.
And do you guys have a brokerage account additionally?
So we have a small brokerage that, as I've started to think about how to figure out this question, we just opened in the last couple of months, and there's only $500 in there.
Do you guys have kids?
We have 3 kids.
This is now making my whole plan on 55 a little bit more difficult. How old are your kids?
We have almost a 5-year-old, a 2.5-year-old, and a 6-month-old.
Do you guys have an emergency reserve fund?
So we do have about $40,000 in savings. And although the right thing to do would say that's all emergency reserves, but it's kind of the emergency / is there a big investment like real estate if we find something that we've been looking for?
Oh, let's hear about this. I'm already smelling something else floating around in the background. How much money are you making from side hustles between the two of you? 1099.
Between the two of us, for this year, we will make about $20K per month on the side hustle.
$20K per month?
It's going to be a good year.
Are you a drug dealer and I don't know about this? What is happening here? These numbers are over the top. First of all, they're over the top, and I'm like, where's the money going? So there better be a couple of real estate properties floating around here because something's not connecting in my dots. Where is all this money going?
It's went to real estate primarily. Yeah.
Okay. So 20 grand a month in side hustles. Do you guys have retirement accounts against that 20 grand a month for those side hustles? Did you open like a SEP or a uni something? Or, anything else going on?
Yeah. So we have a SEP IRA with about $18,000 in it.
Again, no money that's set aside. I can't believe this. Okay. Let's talk about where did my money go? So Let's talk about your primary residence. How much is it worth?
About $1.4 million.
And is there a mortgage outstanding?
Oh, yeah. We recently purchased in the last few years, so there's about $966,000 remaining on the mortgage.
What's the interest rate?
3.25.
That's good. Okay, and you like this? This is a place you're really going to stay?
Yeah, I think we're stuck here for a while. We also added a unit in the back for family to live in, so there's 2 units on the property.
Wow. Okay, that's cool. All right. Now, what other real estate have you purchased?
So we've had a tendency to, prior to kids, we were fairly flexible. So we'd purchase a house, live in it a couple of years, and then move and rent it out. So we've been able to obtain 2 other homes that are currently being rented.
Okay. 2 other homes. Let's do this now. This is my 55 or bust hope right now. Home number 1, rental number 1. Tell me, how much is it worth?
It is worth about $700,000.
Okay. How much of a mortgage is outstanding on it?
$341,000 roughly.
At what interest rate?
3%.
Okay, great. Rented, right?
It's rented. I have to add, you're gonna hate this.
If you tell me that your brother's living in there rent free, I'm gonna kill you.
No. We took a HELOC out on that property in order to help build the property in the back of our current, where we currently live.
What's the HELOC?
$142,000.
What's the rate now?
Now it's 9.75. It started at
how affordable for you? She says, dripping with sarcasm. All right. What about the rental income? What do you get from this one property?
So we get about $2,000 a month. It's a short-term vacation rental. And so it averaged out to about $2,000 per month.
Okay. And it's constantly rented. Like, you don't have a problem with it, right?
Don't have a problem. I mean, it's not a huge moneymaker, but it does allow us, it's in a very desirable location. It allows us to take our family there as we want to. And it kind of feels like we're having an experience and saving money because it's our house.
Okay. Is your idea that you want to keep this property? You like it, right?
We like it.
Okay. I'm hoping that rental number 2 is one that you hate and I can sell and collect all the equity. What's rental number 2 look like?
So rental number 2 is a duplex worth about 1.1 million with $732,000 outstanding on the mortgage.
What's the interest rate on the mortgage?
3.625.
Oh, I like that. Okay. How is the cash flow on that? Are you collecting a bunch of rent or what?
Yeah, so we cash flow about $800. We get about $800 in addition to the mortgage and various bills.
All right. So you're like, so in other words, that pays for itself and then some. Any other real estate that you need to tell us about?
Nothing that is finalized now. So no.
So where's all this money going? I'm really confused. I mean, I'm not being like a jerk about this. It's a lot of money that you guys are making.
The biggest change, so in the last 6 months to a year, my wife did some career and professional development. So that her side hustle is pretty brand new. It's a almost brand new source of income. And so we haven't realized much of it yet. Childcare expenses, we pay roughly $3,500 a month for.
That's not 20 a month.
After we pay quarterly taxes, I mean, less than that.
But what do you figure you net on your side hustle income?
I think we probably net about roughly $10,000 a month.
Okay. But so let's say that you, on your gross income, right, on your total income, do you think like you can live your life just on your regular income? Can you do that $25,500 a month gross? Can you pay for everything?
We should be able to, based on looking at the numbers. I think
I mean, look, this is why I'm asking, okay? Let's say that you are taxed a lot. You live in California, it's a high tax state. But, even if I look at you maxing out your 401ks, okay? So let's just play with some numbers for a second. So for everyone here, this is $300,000 a year. Of the 300, you're both maxing out your retirement accounts. And then the government will, let's even say that let's just pretend you used all Roth. So let's say all of your 300 is taxed. And let's say that of that, Mark, what do you want to use? Do you want to say it's like a 50% whack that he's taking? Can you live on $150,000 a year? I guess that's the big question. What are your monthly expenses? Is it more than $12,000 a month?
No, we probably could. It would be between the monthly power and gas has went up. We pay over $1,000 a month for that part of the utilities. And then the HELOC payment per month right now was $1,500. We also have a car loan at like 4%. That's about $770 a month.
When does that go away?
Ooh, that's pretty brand new. With the addition of baby number 3, we had to buy a minivan.
Nice. By the way, the guy from Consumer Reports, the auto writer, says minivan's best deal right now if you've got a family. So smart. You're well done. Here's what I think. I mean, you are probably not living on $12,000 a month. And why is this so important? I don't want to make you nuts. Look, you make a lot of money. Between the two of you and your side hustles, you make a lot of money. You live in an expensive area, right? And you have $1 million mortgage. So I could easily see how on $300,000 of income that you guys could, that you would be spending a good chunk of that, it's 15, let's call it 15, 18 grand. I could totally see that. So I'm not judging this. What I'm trying to figure out is your initial question, which is like, what would happen if I wanted to look at 55? We have to make some real critical decisions in the next 10 or 15 years to help you get that 55 number in your sight lines. For example, if you said to me, look, I really, really love this rental thing, this fun vacation home. I think we could make it work. I mean, you're making good money on the duplex. I don't know who's managing it. Are you managing that yourself?
We're managing the duplex ourselves. We're not managing the short-term rental because it's several hours from where we live.
Mm-hmm. If you pulled the trigger right now, all right, let's just pretend. Let's just do something fun. How long have you owned the duplex?
We've owned it for 4 years.
What did you buy it for? What was the purchase price?
$799,000.
All right. So 800 is your cost basis. Have you put any money into it? Like real money, not decorating money.
Yeah, we had to replace the HVAC for both sides, new floor on each side, paint, kind of new kitchen on one side, new bathroom on one side.
Let's just pretend that you have 150 grand that you clear. All right. The first thing that I would do is pay off the home equity line of credit and be done with it. And then add a little money to your emergency reserve fund. I feel like we need to reset this family's finances because something is not right here. Something is going awry.
I really feel like they need to look at the money and what's going where. Because if they're going to be netting $10,000 a month from the side hustle, if they could somehow find a way to capture most of that and put that towards the line of credit for the next, however long it takes.
Have you actually really looked at the cash flow? Have you done a real deep dive into it?
Yeah, we have inconsistently budgeted, but I'm not entirely. We haven't actually written it out with her new side cash flow, written out line for line income and expenses each month.
I think that's going to be your key. When you put the 55 number in front of me, 55 is less than 20 years away. A lot has to change in 20 years to get to 55 and have options. I'm telling you that right now. I mean, I don't want to sugarcoat it. It's just the way it is. If you sold all the real estate right this second, right, and you had all the equity from that real estate, and we haven't even talked about what's going on with the kids. How much money's in the kids' names? Do you have 529 plans? Do you want to do that? But if you want options for your retirement, something's got to give here.
Yeah.
Right?
That sounds right. Yeah.
We love you. We want to make this work for you. I don't want you to feel it's not contentious. We're just trying where's this money going? That's what we're ripping our hair out, trying to help you figure out how to make 55 a possibility.
Right. No, I expected some honesty, which we need.
Here's what I think you should do. Let's start with a game plan. How about you guys begin, don't worry about a budget. Track how much you're spending for 90 days. Just look at every dime and see where the money's going. There's no way we can get to the 55 question until we get that cash flow right now. Mark, am I missing anything else?
Starting in July, August, maybe throughout the next 3 or 4 months, just track your money. There's plenty of apps out there that'll do this for you. Just plug in your expenses and see what's going where. And it's going to be different now because, now you've got this side hustle from your wife on a consistent basis. So I'm hopeful that they'll be able to figure out a way to put most of that towards the line of credit. I'm hopeful.
Because we want to get that thing paid off. I see what you're saying, Mark. I know that you're looking at this and you're saying, look, if the duplex is kind of paying for itself and then you have an extra $800 a month, what I'm hoping is that once that HELOC's done, whatever money comes in from the side hustle, we've got to get you guys to squirrel away more money and put more money away for education. And if you can do that, then I don't know, 55, you could certainly do something else. We got to really get our hands around where is this money going and then redirect it and make sure that we get you tidied up here. Are you guys managing your own money, by the way?
Yes.
So where's that brokerage account, that small brokerage account that you opened up? Where's the SEP IRA? Where's the Roth? Where are all these accounts?
The SEP and brokerage are in Vanguard.
Okay. And you feel comfortable doing this, right?
Yeah. They're just invested in a couple of Vanguard index ETFs.
Look, dude, I feel like you can do this also, but your fail safe, if you oh my God, I cannot get out from under this, is one of these properties is going to get sold.
Yeah.
That will clear the deck a little bit. Can I do some other stuff?
Of course.
Okay. Do you guys have estate documents?
Yes.
You have life insurance?
Yes.
I feel good. I want you back in touch with us. Here's what I want you to do. 90 days, you're coming back on the air. I want to know where this money's going. Robert from the Bay Area, thank you so much for joining us. I felt I was a little tough on him. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to be. I'm really trying to help you get where you want to go. It's just awfully hard to do that if we don't have the wherewithal to figure out where this money is going. Okay. That's our number one thing. We got to figure that out. So listen, if you are feeling a little out of control, maybe you've got a little extended movement in the whole real estate market. Maybe you feel like you took on a little more risk in your retirement account, or maybe you took too little risk, or something's out of your depths. Give us a holler. Just go to JillOnMoney.com, click the contact us button. Let us know if you would like to come on the air. And then Mark, who is the best in the whole wide world, will do everything else. Don't forget to sign up for the free weekly newsletter and subscribe to the new service, Jill on Money Live. That's where you have access to quarterly live webinars and great bonus content. You can also buy my book, The Great Money Reset. We've got links right on the website. Mark Talercio is the co-host and executive producer. Karen Kranick is our web queen. We are distributed by Paramount Global. We drop our episodes every Tuesday and Thursday. Do something nice for someone else today. Change your work, change your wealth, change your life. Thank you for listening. We'll talk to you next week.